Welcome to another episode of Football Fans Exclusive. I'm here along with Bruce again. And the Premier League is back. We can definitely now say that the Premier League is back. Right? And with that being said, let's rate the new signings, the new boys. How do you rate the new boys?
New signing.
Yeah, the new boys.
The new boys. Where you want to start? Which team you want to start? Start at the games.
Let's start with Haaland.
Haaland. Good signing. Good signing. He's gonna be dominant in this league.
Is he what
Big,
City needs
powerful.
right now? He's what City needed.
Yeah, they need somebody in the box. Yes, we can say City will score goals, but they definitely need somebody in the box who's clinical in the box. You could say that they were a bit predictable last season, what they're gonna score. But when teams, low block, you have a big burly forward who's making a run into the box. So it's something different, and so I had a big signing. So I give A for that.
Yeah, but I think it's early days for Haaland, bro. Like, cause he didn't score. He got like I think it was like 17 touches the last game. He was almost out of it.
Eight.
Like,
But
so it's early days because the Premier League will eat you alive and it will eat at the confidence first, and then So I think it's just early days for Haaland, in my opinion. Um, Darwin Nunez, that's a hot topic. That is a hot
hey,
topic today. Darwin Nunez is a hot topic.
Darwin Nunez, he was missing some goals in pre-season. He came in the Community Shield, played well. He scored the last game, but the committee has said brilliant goal. But when you look replay, you realize that it was an accidental goal. He actually missed the flick.
That's true.
And
But
today,
my thing is that Darwin is I don't like his control. I don't care much for his control of the ball. If I'm to be honest, I don't care much for Darwin Nunez' control of the ball. Like he doesn't look as clean as he should with the ball, and I think that affects him. I don't like his control with the ball, for real. But it's early days also for him too, So I can't even say that he won't come good. But Luis Diaz has really filled the role, but Darwin Nunez is lacking, and there is no Jota at the moment. So it's a very precarious situation. And he got red today, so that will affect his confidence. So he might never recover. But Liverpool are due a flop. So you don't think Liverpool are due a flop?
there are a
You
few
don't think
flops,
so?
but yeah, there are a few flops now. But like because
None for 85 million.
because
None for
it's
85 million.
yeah. Because if you look on Minimino, he gets a flop. Look, even Axel, I say about
But that's
35, 40.
10 million.
Axel, how much? About
Actually,
35,
it's not a
40.
flop. He's just always on the bench.
Axel, that flop, man.
He's on the bench.
Flop. Flop.
I think Liverpool's midfield was 2 seconds for us to get it. Why not
Still a flop.
Henderson and Fabinho? The midfield was 2 seconds for him to get it. Like for him to get in that midfield. And I think from there they started getting players that they had to give game time. So Oxley Chamberlain started to go down the pecking order. But yeah. Let's look at Ryan Sterling. What do you think about Sterling so far?
Not what just needed. Just need a potent striker. Yeah, Sterling is probably a little bit better than the bunch that is there. You have a bunch of wingers who should be potent, but not really potent. The Sterling maybe a little bit better, but he's not that finished article as you need. He don't miss a few too. So look at average, look at Pulisic. To me, I rate Pulisic more than Haaland. I think you have something more to offer. But if you look at all those bunch of players, Osadai, all
They
those
rate
long
Pulisic more
team,
than all of them.
except Sterling, but I'm talking about the bunch that was there before, in terms of being more potent,
Bro,
in terms of Pulisic.
bro,
If fit,
nobody
will
can.
be more potent.
If fit, that's like telling
If fit.
Coleman to play the full season. That's not going to happen.
but
That's not going
yeah,
to happen, man.
if you look at the conversion rate comparing to others, you have better conversion rate. He doesn't miss a lot. You have a bunch of
He
fun
doesn't play
pushing
a lot
pass.
either.
But when he plays and he gets a chance, he's gonna put it in the back of the net. You know what I'm saying? So, but say look at talent wise, ability wise, I put him up there in terms of ability wise. Fitness, not an issue. But Sterling, when he play City, he can miss five and still look okay. That's for the next one. Chelsea.
No, but I'm not. I don't have a problem with Sterling so far. I think he's playing in a role now where like Sterling is too small to play a striker role, right? So I don't think he's
Do
fit
the
for
best right
there.
away.
But
Sure.
as a new signing, I'm fine.
No.
No, I'm saying I don't think he's fit. I don't think he's fit to be a striker there. He's too small,
Yeah,
right?
I'm
But
getting
he's
on. Yeah.
also he's willing to throw his
But he better than the
body
wingers.
into challenges and stuff.
But he better than the wingers they have the
I
first
think
team.
they should.
Consider okay.
Yeah, I mean they should put him on the wing, right? And I'm fine with that. I'm fine if Havertz, not Havertz, Pulisic leaves right now. That's where I'm. Because Pulisic is just too injury prone. I can't be bothered with that. What about Jesus? I
Best
know
sign in the window. Best sign so far in the window. No doubt. Hands
so
down.
far it's early
So far,
days.
hands down. And no, earlier. We can only grade based on what I've seen so far. But based on what I've seen so
The
far,
Nunez is the
yeah.
worst. Darwin Nunez is the worst.
Mm,
So far, what we see, Darwin Nunez is the worst.
after big clubs, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
Jesus
but
has been the revelation.
it's so different, man. Like a new lease on life, man. I mean,
I
a new
don't
lease.
want to
I
I don't
feel
want to take up too much of the show. If I
okay.
say, Pep should have played him more, then you're going to start defending Pep. So I don't want to take up too much of the show. Because I know you're going to defend him more. Right?
But yeah, looking good. And don't count out Zinchenko looking good as well on the new signing. So I think Arsenal done
Come on.
pretty good business
Don't get
this week.
overeaten. I can talk about Zinchenko. You can talk about Zinchenko like I can talk about Cooker. Like it's very early. They're just playing their role right now. Come on.
Zinchenko
And
has
you don't play
played
anybody
almost
yet.
two full
And you
games.
don't
He's
play
gonna play
anybody
half
yet.
a game.
You don't play anybody yet.
Still have
You
to
haven't played
play. Still
anybody
have
yet.
to play. No, so we can only judge because I've seen so far. Because I've seen so far. It turned to be a very good set. Two very good signings so far. So what about Manchester United signing?
Yeah. For Manchester United, that was my next topic. How much time do you think Ten Hag needs?
Time. Rumors I would say it's 10 games. 10 and 10 games. 10 games. What do you call it? When you even come to the around. Eh? 10
Ten
games.
Hag.
And 10 games. I don't remember.
No, but I'm saying
The truth
realistically
is
with
good.
the couple of players that Manchester United
Time.
have, realistically, how much time
To
does he need?
rebuild money, you need a lot of time. I mean, probably a year or two to be competitive, really competitive. But in the meantime,
How much time? Because look at what Antonio Conte did in one
yeah,
window.
but Spurs wasn't a toxic dressing room like Man U. No, Spurs was not bad. Spurs had a good competitive team. There was not like Man U. Man U have a problem now for a few years. So, but the truth is not crazy. The truth is though, if he doesn't win now, say for example, he should be on 6 points out of 10 games. He'll be fired, no doubt. So you can imagine Man U saying, all right,
Yeah, but you can't. How do you fire the manager when you have 21 players or so that he didn't buy, right? And all the players that he
But
wants,
but
he
but
can't get
at the same
because
time,
nobody wants to come. How do you blame
despite
the
the fact
manager?
that if Manu don't sign a player, no, talent wise, Manu is better than right. He's better than and Brentford. Man should be losing 4-0 to Brentford at no point in time, despite the manager that having his silence, the talent. So I'm saying, so
That was just a bad
imagine
game.
now,
That
he
was just a
lose
bad
next
game.
3 games,
I
4
think that
games.
was just
Don't care how bad he is, man, you should not be in a relegation fight with 10 games gone this season. No matter how bad the squad is.
that would be a new
Therefore,
low.
he's already under
That would be
pressure.
a
He's
new
under pressure
low.
already. He's under pressure
That would
already.
be a
So
new
I mean,
low. Sorry. That would be a new low.
he need about 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, but it's unfair. It's like yeah, but it's unfair for him to be under pressure for a situation that he's coming and not have much control over because a lot of these players he wants out, you can't get rid of them because they're on extremely high wages, right? And all of that stuff. So how would
So,
he
so I mean, so
basically
far, I
deal with
think a part of signing so far has been done to him as well. I mean, he's the one who who wants De Jong. He signed 2 players thus far. So, and I give him window. You know, expect a club to sign. Well, you don't expect a big club like Man to sign more than say 5, 6 players and give him window. Now I'll be like, not them Forest buy 10 ballers. So when you go buy 5 good ballers, you don't expect him to get a whole squad change in one window. So when you make those 5 signing in a particular window, there should be an impact on the squad immediately. And I believe he's going to get 3 more signing before the window closes. Next 2 weeks, he will get at least 5 signing into Man U. The thing is though, will those signings be good enough and be effective? So far, the centre back he signed, he took him off half time, wrong message. He looked undersized as if he's not play cut for the Premier League at all. But at the same time, Man U have enough quality.
no, probably he's not quite
Can't
adapted.
bench him.
No. I
Can't
think
bench
he's
him.
not quite adapted to the Premier League yet. And I think that no, you can bench him because if he's not adapted, he's just not adapted. You
But
can't continue to league goals. It's just you have to make
no,
a
you
call
can't
as a
bench him.
coach.
So
Maybe you say you should start him,
once you start him, you can't take him.
right?
Because
But
in the
you
end,
have to make a call as a coach.
he's your soldier. You bring the club.
You have to
He's
keep
your
him.
baller. So you have to give him time to fail. Make him
Yeah,
carry
yeah.
them down.
What I'm saying. Yeah, you give him time. You give him time. But again, why
I'm saying,
why is Maguire benching
and
Varane?
you can see me. I'm not an expert. I mean, coach or anything, but you can see some tactical suicide he's committing. For example, last game he started game before when he started Ericsson as a false 9.
But it's not new. It's not new. It's not
Yeah,
new
but
what Maguire is doing.
he back Maguire. He back Maguire.
So
He
it's
back
like,
Maguire.
is Maguire.
So alright. So
Yeah, but is Maguire
even so,
really the
he's
best
making a
that
change
Manchester United
now.
have?
Half time, he kept Maguire in the field, take off his signing to bring on Varane. You see, I'm saying, so why not take off Maguire, keep on your signing, the guy that you bring to be your linchpin in your defense on the field. So you send a wrong signal. So as I'm saying, because the fans sit in
I
the
would
frame
keep
of
my
being one
plan.
frame a while.
I totally get what you're
Arsenal
saying.
being one and bring him on losing 4-0. And why is Ericsson playing D-mid? Ericsson a D-mid. No,
Arsenal fans are
he was
celebrating
going to play left back. That's
that
it.
they didn't sign
No, he
Lisandro
was going to play
Martinez, and that
centre back at Arsenal.
I think it's early
Arsenal have
days.
big, powerful centre backs.
No, I'm just saying, no, they want
Maguire
a
left
player
back
that
though.
can play both positions, really. But
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying you
mean,
guys were celebrating that
the
he
truth
didn't
is, Gene
actually
Checker knows
sign
his
him.
style. I mean, so, I mean,
You know what I'm
but not
saying?
look.
But what do you think, Blue? Right? How many? If Ten Hag signs three good players, do you think it'll make like a
Well,
big
he come
difference
down to
for
his ability
Manchester
and
United?
his ability to motivate the team to get better players. Normally, you have alright, so
So what
I'm
about
saying
the culture?
last week, Ronaldo should not be in the squad. After the culture, you have to start, put your foot down as a new manager to change the culture. Ronaldo, whatever
I
the
think
case
he's
is, but
open
you
to
have,
say
as a new
Ronaldo.
manager, you have to put your foot
So
down. Yesterday, he cancelled the day off. Yeah, go ahead.
like Aubameyang,
Yeah, yesterday he canceled training, good sign.
like
So he will come in a
Aubameyang.
day off and cancel the day off on Sunday. For him to come in and train. Good sign, but you haven't walked the talk, and what I thought, walk the talk, and walk the walk. You know, so you make a new manager's effect, but there's none so far.
Yeah, I understand that, I understand that, But I think all these guys pretended in preseason because if they were acting the way they're acting now on those pitches, then they might have been gone. So it's like they have pretended to be the article and then they just because I think they want to stay on their contract. But I'm looking at Rashford, I'm looking at Sancho, I'm looking at Bruno Fernandes, and I'm looking at no, I'm looking at Bruno Fernandes, and I'm looking at McTominay, I'm looking at Dallo and Shaw, and I am saying
Hold on, you mentioned
all
Bruno a
these
while ago?
guys
You
need
mentioned
to
Bruno?
go. Like,
Yes, you
no,
mentioned
no,
Bruno.
no, no, no. I didn't tell you. Have you ever seen Bruno has history? Here's why Bruno has history, right? I think Bruno moans a lot, but I think Bruno really wants to win. Right? Bruno is one of those players with the winning mentality. Most of the other guys, it's like when they're losing, they're just shrugging their shoulders, and it's just that. And I think that's messing up the club on a whole. Right? These type of players, right? But um, so Manchester United are in the hole, and we don't know, or we can't speculate how they're gonna get out now because. But Bruce, I remember one manager. When
Yeah,
I'm looking at
Crystal
this
Palace.
situation, you remember Frank de Boer?
He came from same. Yeah,
Yeah, this guy came with like seven. Yeah, he came like seven titles,
yeah.
and then he got sacked
And he
after
was,
about 6 games. I've never heard about him again. So I'm wondering if Ten Hag sold them like triple oranges instead of ripe ones. Because you know, look, he got Ericsson and he got Bruno in the field, but Ericsson
yeah.
Bruno not running, not tracking back, right? And the type of game he's playing is the Premier League. So teams are going to look at you and hit you on the counter. They're going to set up for you, right? So I'm looking at it and say, wonder if this will be another case of Frank de Boer where he just lasts for the first couple of games because it's just
Yeah.
going to be an
But
abysmal start
Chris,
and that's it,
my concern though
right?
is that I'm not
So
seeing after I have a team from pre-season and start a new season. As a fan and avid football kind of junkie and a football fan, I guess. You can see you can we as a fan can see the coach plan all the time. I'll say Chris. Ateta as man as I can see the plan. I could see today when
yeah,
Crystal Palace playing Liverpool. Everybody could see the plan. You could see the plan, you see the game plan working out. Yes, it was a total plan. It has a concept plan.
they want the coach.
It's a club plan when I play. One time club is a play this high pressure can see a lot of goals and say, oh, you can't even defend. Because see the plan, he's still playing philosophy. Much I was scoring money. Because he can't defend. He never have defend, but he was playing his plan. This coach, I can't see his plan. I can't see what the mindset is in it at all.
I think it's unfair to compare
No, no,
these
no,
coaches though,
no,
because
no,
like
Chris,
Pep
Chris,
is
Chris.
there for
I
like
sent you
7 years,
from
Klopp is there for like 6 years, and I think it's early days because I think
Alright.
he wants to
So
play the
so
ball and he wants
tell
to
me now.
pass it.
First game he played Ericsson, who have never played a fast line in his life as a fast line. Okay? Second game, Ericsson, not a demon. Ericsson a demon. I'm saying, Ericsson
Yeah,
a
it's easy
demon.
problem.
That no fight tackling, he's playing the pivotal role in the defense as a demon.
That is just
So,
I don't know why
I'm
did
saying
he start Van der
I
Beek. I can't
can't
even
figure out
explain it.
what method he's going to live on the right.
Van der Beek was
I
right
can't
there.
understand.
Probably wants to play the three, but then he doesn't trust Fred enough.
I
I
can't
don't know.
figure
I
put
can't
it in, I
explain it
can't
for
figure it
real.
out. You
I
can't
can't
figure
explain
it
it.
out. So why is Rashford on the field?
I don't have any
No,
answer.
why is Rashford on the field
No, I don't have any.
and Ericsson is playing fast line? No. I'm saying.
Rashford is not
Rashford
good. I don't mind.
is not
I don't
good at the moment, but still, if you have Rashford in the back with Ericsson, they're gonna make Rashford go. But then the top is a veteran who know what they've been doing over the years. So, but when it's on the field, you go in the head. I mean, so
That's good.
you know, Ota saw to me. Ota is there so far. And look at this one. Look at this one. Look at this one again. Finally, you play against Brentford. Everybody knows Brentford are very physical.
Okay. Anthony Taylor.
Big centre forward. When they put Martinez against Ivan Toney, a suicidal mission.
Okay. No, but it's the same thing that Liverpool did
No.
today
So
with
we know
Zaha and
Liverpool.
Nafi.
We
You
know.
know Nafi and
Vieira
Nafi.
knows that Liverpool going to play high
You know
press.
this,
It
right?
took Zaha from the wing and put him a centre forward and make everybody ball down on the ball. That's the plan. Liverpool said, "Oh, we can match. We have Van Dijk and we can still play a game." But they caught them. But I'm not saying you can see the plan of the coach. Liverpool going to play Liverpool football, no matter who they play against. You know, so Liverpool trust and any day Liverpool are two defenders to cover one player.
Yeah.
Just I mean, Van Dijk.
I get that.
Yeah, two defenders to one player. So defender blunder. I don't be pick cap for that. Yeah, it's two against one. But Chris, in that goal, it's just naivety of Matt Phillips, whatever his name is. When the guy play ball in midfield, no, jump off.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying
Chris,
Van Dijk should have been
jump
closer
off.
because not Phillips is like an amateur. Van Dijk should have been closer. Yeah, or drop off. No, or drop off. I'm saying he shouldn't be so wide from the. Yeah, but he shouldn't be so far from the situation that he couldn't, because he's fast. So if he was any closer to Zaha, he would have caught it. No, that's what I'm saying. He's fast, but he was so wide from Nat Phillips. But he was so wide from Nat Phillips when he started, right? That's why
You're right.
he couldn't basically get there.
Yeah.
So I'm saying he should be closer because there's nobody on that flank for that position. But one ball, because there's one ball through the middle.
What
They should be closer.
Zaha did going on. He moved towards the ball and defender kind of falling on it.
No, the same what you're gonna.
Just step up, and give him more time. Yeah. Defender naive defending, man. Naive defending.
And then he got back inside. Yeah. I thought it was very smart. Was very smart. That's what I'm saying. No, he's not experienced as Van Dijk. But I'm saying he's not as experienced as Van Dijk. And because he's not as experienced as Van Dijk should be always covering him, right? Until he learns the game.
That's true. He was 2 against 1 and there was a big gap between two.
Leave him with the big dog. And you just stand up over there with nobody marking. Right? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Anthony Taylor or VAR, Chelsea versus Tottenham. Who's that for? Anthony Taylor or VAR? Because there's a petition right now for Anthony Taylor to not referee another Chelsea game. And it's not the first time, I have to tell you, it's not the first time that they've said that they did a petition for Anthony Taylor to not referee a Chelsea
Arsenal
game.
versus.
It's not the first time.
Versus. What's that play again? Mind, please. Leicester. Um, Vardy dive, right? Cool. Vardy dive, the referee called penalty. VAR intervened, said, "Oh no, Vardy,
Yeah.
no, wrong call." Look at the play referee. Cool. Say again.
I just want to personally say, but let's just get relegated.
Fine. But so
Let's just get relegated.
so
If that's their performance,
so
let's get
give
relegated.
VAR a tick in the box. We give VAR a
I
tick.
think Leicester should get
Good job,
relegated
VAR,
for that
right?
performance.
West Ham versus
Rubbish. Rubbish.
hold on. Let me case.
No, I can't. I don't want that. I don't want that. Not every season, Bruce. Every season we give Vieira a tick. No, I don't want that. Every single season we're gonna give Vieira a tick for what they do right. For what they do right.
So VAR intervene right there. Referee make a bad call. Referee intervene. West Ham versus Nottingham Forest.
Okay.
The ball going towards the goal. Yes, the keeper was behind the defender. Defender reached back and just block the ball. Referee play on VAR, stop and say hands ball. Good move VAR. Cool, intervene. And VAR award the penalty. Yeah, they can expect penalty. Alright. So 2 calls. Okay. Chelsea now, right? Chelsea game. Look at the VAR call now. First instance was the offside. He was offside. He was offside. Was he interfering with the play? No. Was he blocking the keeper?
Yeah. Which is offside. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yes, because it was directly in front of the keeper. Directly, not me. Directly in front of the keeper. Mendy was like this. Looking around. Like he was trying to see around.
Exactly behind the defender. Koulibaly was exactly. He was
No. The goalkeeper positioning
Chris.
is important, and the goalkeeper positioning
He was exactly behind
the line of sight that he was in.
He was standing behind Koulibaly.
Exactly the line of sight. That's why the ball scored.
Yeah. Richardson was standing behind Koulibaly. Exactly behind Koulibaly.
Who?
Koulibaly! Koulibaly actually can touch the ball now.
It doesn't matter where he is, bro. He's in an outside position.
So, my point is, it can go either way. VAR probably the way around.
Bruce, is it an offside or not?
It's an offside, Chris, but Chris, it's an offside.
Is it offside or not?
The part is when it's subjective, Chris. So the part of the subjective is
Is it offside or not?
If he has scored a goal, that'll be offside. The part isn't judged now, is that how far away is he from the keeper and if he was blocking the keeper side. Mendy never, Mendy never helped in case of Mendy never protest. Mendy never protest to the referee. No.
He was blocking the keeper, bro.
No, I'm just. Hey, Chris, I'm just saying.
Bruce, no. Bruce, you don't need to protest your right. It's not cricket, and it's a time where you have to get.
Chris.
No, you don't need to protest. If it's outside, Bruce.
If he has scored a goal,
Bruce, if it's outside, it's outside. You don't need to
the
protest.
part becomes subjective. Is the part was he actually blocking the keeper from seeing the ball? That's part subjective. That's part going to be subjective. And Chris, and the part is, and I'm saying it's very subjective. So when subjective becomes,
Yeah, and he was blocking the keeper.
No, I don't know Chelsea. No.
And they always value. Why always value? Why always subjective? I can remember one time I was yoga. Apart from that, always value. Always.
What point is Chris?
I'll still the
No,
paper.
but the thing is, right?
It's just the one that I am not letting me forget that one time. But it, look, Bruce. It was a foul outside there, right? Like the guy, even though he touched the ball, he kicked the player clear, right? Then it was this offside, right?
Oh!
No, I'm not saying that VAR was supposed to call the foul. I'm saying the linesman there should lose his job. He should lose his job. If he doesn't see that, he should lose his job.
I don't think it'll be nice. Linesman don't call it. Anthony touch ball. Oh!
Anthony Taylor.
And the second call, sir.
I don't blame. I'm not even blaming Anthony Taylor for that right now. Right? I'm blaming the VAR for not calling the offside. Then for the second goal, oh my God, man, everybody getting it, man. Everybody. Anthony Taylor. If you see the camera from behind Anthony Taylor, he's looking exactly where it happened. Exactly what happened. Let us say, hold on. Let us say Anthony Taylor did not see. The player says his hair was pulled. Anthony Taylor asked the VAR, and the VAR look at the screen and come back with the decision that the player's hair was not pulled sufficiently enough.
It's such a red card.
It's the only statement. The only thing that makes sense. It wasn't pulled because it was pulled, but it's not sufficient enough. He pulled him to the ground.
Eric.
Huh? But they were checking it. They were checking if Cucurella fouled Ramiro.
It's a red card.
And they were unhappy. What?
I don't know. I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure.
Bruce, as long as you pull the man here like that, Bruce, is a red card. It's not even a question. It is. Bruce is violent conduct. Bruce, so you're telling me if you're running past me and I grab you by your hair and pull it, it's not violent. It's violent conduct, Bruce. It's violent conduct.
No, VAR can't call a foul, Chris. I keep on telling you.
And it would be a foul.
No, it can't. Only thing VAR can decide whether a red card or not.
But VAR can't call the foul. But it's a red card. It's a definite red card. It's a definite. I've not seen nobody that says it's not a red card really. Right? Most people agree that's a red card. Like that's a red card. Like how does the VAR miss? How do the VAR miss that card?
No.
Right? Is that?
No.
I'm just saying. How? It would seem like there's an agenda against it.
The first goal.
That's what we're going to do. No, it would seem. I never said it was. I'm saying it's true.
Judging. Yeah? And it goes at the same time.
No, I tell you already. I don't want to talk about the first one. The fans going to watch it and they want to know. I don't want to talk about the first. I want to talk about the last one. Because if I was in the stadium, I would have gone on the field and they'd have to check it. I said it, I'd have to check it. They couldn't kick the penalty. The second one, the goal, I will check it. I'm talk about the first goal.
But if Cucurella won the ball, I'm going on the ball, what was that thinking?
No, I talk about the first goal.
I don't know. Second area game though. So
the Brazilian side of him chipping and it wasn't working properly. I don't know what to do.
Hey, I think
I don't know. Chelsea have a habit. That's why I wasn't comfortable, you know, because Chelsea have a habit of falling on their own. I don't know what to do.
But the average, not missing up. You know how he missed that? Explain to me. Explain to the fans and the audience. Oh, he missed that goal. Tell us how he missed that goal.
I don't know. You don't know. He was so close to the goal. I think I was looking for a collision. I was looking for him to collide with the keeper, right? So when I started, all right, let me tell you. right? Because I wasn't gonna tell you. I was here. I was watching the game, right? I was watching the game
Yes.
and I was listening to my Bible. Right? So I was in the spirit, you could say. And I'm telling you, when Havertz missed the goal, I was like, God in heaven, what? God in heaven, because I couldn't believe. I was like, what? Because Sterling's Sterling's goal was
Was
bad,
good. Good
and
point.
it was, like Sterling's chance was okay bad, but the Havertz one was just
I was okay. I was
awful. I
okay.
was like, God in
That's
heaven,
true. I tap you. I tap you. Yeah, in the year, I
right?
tap
No,
you. I
but no,
tap you.
Havertz one was way worse. Like
But
Havertz is
Chris,
in the six
even
yard
though
box. I think this is way worse.
my
But
take from that game, yes, I think
um,
Chelsea was unlucky with reverse
you
chance.
want to see? That's
But
not talking about that.
my thing
Huh?
is Chelsea was so dominant that game, very dominant. Tottenham was made to look very ordinary. Um,
No,
no, but you're playing very good.
I
You're
didn't want
excellent.
Chelsea to
You're
be,
excellent.
I don't want Chelsea
Dominant
just to be
Malafa.
okay
You're
enough
very
to win.
silky cut
Because
and
I don't
go.
want you to start overestimating my
Spurs,
team.
who people
That's
thought
my problem. I never
this and
want to
that,
overestimate.
Alcante can feel a shooting function in the middle of the game. But the thing is, though, and I was saying, I'm saying to you, I think as Chelsea, this good our Spurs this poor was awful. But in the day, they scored 2 goals, and the 2 goals scored by 2 defenders. And
I think in football, in football, sometimes you get checkmated. I think we saw it last week when West Ham played City. They got checkmate, right? And they got a big beating, and it looks so bad when they get checkmate, like when they get checked, like as a manager, right? Another manager really checkmate you, right? Like your tactics are so weak to his tactics, you suffer, right? And I think we saw it against West Ham against City, and we saw it again with Chelsea, where Antonio Conte's team was basically they couldn't even tackle Chelsea. Chelsea had an idea how they were going to press and everything, and they were just passing the ball through the press. But when he changed to 4-3-3, they actually switched up and they started getting opportunities. Then Tuchel had to make his changes, and that's how they want to see the game. But I think they got checked. I think Antonio Conte has played Tuchel 6 times, and I think Tuchel has checkmated him 6 times, right? Because even for the last 2 games that we played him, we played 4-2-2, right? That was a strange formation. And he pulled it out just for Tottenham. And they beat them easily,
no,
like
but
twice, right?
Chris,
But
truth
this
is,
time
you never
he
check me
didn't switch the
this time
formation.
around.
He
You never
stuck to
check
the
me
3-4-3,
because yes,
right?
I mean, I'm so
And it still, well, they got a draw at the end, but for me,
yeah,
he got checkmate.
but but Chris,
No,
in that day,
no.
in that day,
I'm saying
it's like
tactically.
yeah,
I'm not
box on
talking
him.
about the score. I'm talking
So
about
that's how it just can't
tactically.
knock him out.
Tactically,
Just
that
can't knock him
checkmate.
out and he come back and roll your head and you. So yeah, but Chris, yeah, tactical no, fine,
No. But one thing,
but Chris,
no,
it's
I'm not talking
to what
about the
means, to what
score. I'm not
ends.
talking about the
You have the
score.
ball,
I'm
you
talking about
so
a
I mean,
tactical technique. No, I'm not. No,
only
what I'm saying is, the two managers when they meet, right? These two managers when they meet, all the time, Tuchel has beaten
yeah,
Antonio Conte
but in result it won't
tactically
go.
in terms of how they want to play. I'm not talking about the outcome of the game. I'm just talking about how they want to play. Who's going to
But
impose?
no, can't
How you
if
stop this
better because
one?
in that day you have
How you
position.
negate this
If
one? So
better.
I think Tuchel has beaten them
It's like
all the time,
so I
right?
mean
Um,
that,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. These changes in the game, Chelsea have finished the game a long time, so I agree with that also. Um, so there's a war happening out of the transfer window. Manchester United wanted to make
what?
peace, so they went in and looked like a
In
clown.
terms of
But Barcelona and Frankie de Jong, who is at fault? Yeah, who's wrong? Who's wrong in this saga? Barcelona are making it to seem as if Frankie de Jong is evil and he should and he's not taking a pay cut, and because of that, he's trying to ruin the club. While Frankie De Jong is saying that, we had a contract and you're signing a lot of players, and
I think Barca,
you're
Barca,
saying that I
Barca
should
is a
take
good
a pay
bad
cut.
guy right here because
So
in that day,
who is
he had a
who is the bad
contractual
guy?
arrangement with somebody, and you are trying to reverse the contract, or are you're late because the guy want to keep his contract? He's a bad person. No, he's just keep his end of the bargain. So Barcelona is trying to say that it was a legal contract. So Barca is really trying to go hard at De Jong. But surprisingly though, I see De Jong played on the weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, but to take him to court,
But how is he playing though? How is he
to,
playing?
to, to
How
take
is
him
he
to
playing?
court,
He's
bro,
playing. He played on the
like to
weekend.
say there's criminal
And he probably
activity in
start
his
this weekend because
contract, and
Busquets get a red
why?
card. So I mean,
Yeah, but yeah, but why?
I think
Yeah, but why is
but
Dion
but
so
but
so
I
loyal to
think I think
Barca?
he wants to be there, and I think right now he has a
That's
better
what I
shot
don't
to coach
understand
now the
about it.
president
Why is he so
because the
loyal to
coach
Barca?
still a playing. I mean, if the coach did with the board, then the coach probably say, "Oh, that freeze him out." When you get rid of a player, yeah,
Yeah, I think Dion's salary is wow. Like I'm looking at Chelsea trying to buy Dion, and I'm like, why is
but wouldn't
Chelsea?
they upgrade
I know that
Jorginho?
you want
Wouldn't
him,
they
but
upgrade Jorginho?
look, Hazard is the
Wouldn't they
only
upgrade
player
Jorginho?
in that
Wouldn't they
league that
upgrade?
gets more than Dion.
Wouldn't it be the upgrade to
No
Jorginho?
Vinicius, no Benzema. What? What you saying? I wouldn't say necessarily an upgrade.
Never good
We'll
for
have
a
to
man.
see. But Jorginho is getting old,
Never good for a man.
so his time is coming to an end. And
Never good.
huh?
Never good.
No,
Never good.
bro, you
He
can't say
can
that about
that doesn't
Jorginho.
mean hey
You can't say that. You should
he
apologize.
get that
Jorginho has the Champions League, Europa Super
that
Cup,
doesn't mean he's
FIFA
good.
World Cup, Euro, right?
That doesn't mean he's
You
good.
can't say that to Jorginho. You
That
should apologize. We have a Europa League trophy. You should apologize, right?
that
You should apologize. You should apologize. You should definitely
so
apologize
winning
to
that
Jorginho.
trophy
What player on
doesn't
your
deserve
team,
that
apart
apology.
from Zinchenko, has won trophy?
Don't I mean no, I don't need to apologize.
Yeah, but that's what I say. You should apologize. Jorginho is Jorginho is mistake prone, but um when he plays well, right? Um, but but I think if we get Dion, I would be very happy for the
Mm.
window. Because the only reason
I
I
don't think that's a
really
problem
want
though. Like I
Dion
said before,
is because we need
no,
a
scoring the
creative
problem.
midfield,
Scoring the problem, not creative. Mount can play in that. Mount
right?
can.
We need a
So
creative midfield.
we already put Mason Mount in the team. I think we already put him.
No, but yes, but even when
Mm-hmm.
Mason Mount can play anywhere, I don't mind that. Even when Timo Werner was there, even when Lukaku was there, what I saw is that they didn't have this Fabregas, one Mata-ish type of player that would find that pass, right? You have midfielders who make safe passes, not through passes, and I think that's one era
No,
where we
he's
need.
not
Like I watch
wrong there.
Frankie De Jong, and I'm like, this guy probably bring that side of the game, right? That pass, right? That we're missing. And then he's so versatile. He can defend as well. So it's like a box to box midfielder with a passing range.
So
It's like a trifecta, right? I don't
after
have any
watching this
problem
weekend
telling Kante
performance against Spurs,
to tell you the truth.
that's what you
Kante
came
is
out
good
with the
enough.
impression that you want
I don't have
a
no
creative
problem.
midfielder. No,
No. And what happened at the end is
So what I
exactly
said,
what I wanted to sell Kante.
no,
What
no,
happened at the end?
no.
Guess what happened at the end?
Kante like creative midfielder. You came out with
Kante got
chances.
injured.
Should have scored at
Kante got
least
injured, bro.
scores based on chance they created.
Kante is injured.
Yes, but say you want a defensive midfielder.
Kante is injured, Bruce. If I'm going to win a title, hold on. If I'm going to win a title, I need the players to be fit. Kante was injured all of last season and all of the season before. The trend is not looking good. The first game, he pulled his hamstring. Collect, no. I don't want to be like Barca and Messi. Collect, no. Somebody will buy him for 60 million, you go out and buy somebody else. Collect, no. Other teams have won the Champions League without Kante. I'm not saying that it would be easy, but he's injured. He's injury prone. It's hard to keep him fit. We've been trying for 2 seasons, and this is the next season.
Yeah.
He probably be out for like
It's true.
6 weeks. When he come back, he plays 4 games. He's out again. Then when he comes back, he plays 10 games. Then he's out again. No, first time Kante don't get injured, right? So I would sell him, right? But back to Barcelona, right? So Barcelona signed a lot of players, and like Lewandowski is getting like $360,000.
You're right,
Like, De Jong is getting 500 and something, but Lewandowski $360,000, right? If you're Frankie De Jong, no, but if you're Frankie De Jong, it's not a lot less. It's still in the 500s if you change it to pounds. But if you're Frankie De Jong, Bruce, and you see Barcelona going out and they've spent 100 and something million dollars,
No
right?
way, no way, no.
And then they're saying, Bruce, you need to lower your contract.
No way.
Would you lower your contract? And then now you're going to lower your contract in a way that,
And the thing
somebody
is
that just came in
it's
has
kind
a
of
higher salary than you.
Barca is operating very toothless at the
But
moment.
also,
And yes, it's a quote arrangement, but
I'm listening.
in a World Cup year, every footballer who is the national team to the World Cup want to be playing football. So you have a player who, if you take a salary cut, just like Ozil at Arsenal, Ozil suffered because he refused a pay cut. He was bench. Now, the first game of the season, De Jong is in the squad and De Jong is playing. So if De Jong is still playing and the coach wants him and he's a part of the coach's plan, why would he be ready to take a pay cut? And why would he want to go anywhere? Why would he want to pack up and go to another club? Worse, a club like Man U who's at the Champions League anyway, and chances are we not want to give him that same salary.
Yeah, but
No,
I wouldn't take a pay cut either. Especially when they say I am lying. If you're saying that I am lying, I'm not taking a pay cut. I'm not. If you're saying I am lying, I'm not taking a pay cut. No, because they're saying we're in financial difficulty. Barcelona is saying we're in
I
financial.
keep on playing. I think so. The coach has been lying with the management decision.
No, but I'm saying even
But
saying that
Bradley's not playing.
because they're trying to shift Brathwaite too, and I think De Jong and Brathwaite have the same manager, right? Bam and Brathwaite has the same problem. He's not
He
reading.
gets the bench and say, okay, all right, no problem.
But he wants his money.
I'm gonna play.
He
It's
still has
fine.
to get paid. It's matter he plays.
So Bradley gonna sit 1 year on his contract. I think like 2 years ago on his contract. Bradley can sit and say, okay, fine. I'm not going to World Cup. I'm fine with that money. But the young international player, young player, I mean, you shouldn't be playing Barca right now, so you cannot be saying take a salary cut. I'm not taking it, and I'm still playing. So why the young have nothing to lose, pretty much. He's gonna play in the weekend. Probably start this weekend coming. So nothing to lose. Yeah.
Yeah, but all right. So
If
yeah,
you realize,
Barcelona
listen,
should. Do you think they should be penalized?
Penalized by who? For what? For the young situation?
Barcelona.
Like,
Yes, for the handling of it. Because they owe him 17 million. They owe him 17 million. They haven't paid him, right? But at the same time, they're going out and they're by spending 100 million on transfers, right? Pledging another maybe 50 million on wages, but they don't give him his wages of 17 million. Then they're forcing him to take a pay cut. And then on top of that, they're forcing him to take a reduced package for the 17 million for $6 million. Then they're going to bring him to the court.
I
Isn't this
mean, one
player
thing
abuse?
the young can. No, no, no. I mean, it's fine, but I mean, not a player. I mean, all thing become a league up.
You
I
want me to
think
say, you
they
want me
can
to say it
probably
again?
is
You
what
want me
sue
to
them
say it
because
again?
his
You want
wages
me to say it
are his
again?
bill. But I mean, football everybody can intervene and say this and that. Is a the contractual arrangement, and so it become a matter of court. So
No, but I'm saying you have to look at the abuse of the player. Because look, if I'm standing here, you're spending money, you're pledging money for wages, right? You're giving persons big wages, you're pulling money out of thin air, right? Because Barca don't have money. It is said, and you're pulling money from zero. You have negative money, and you spend 100 million
so
on top of
so
negative money,
so technically, no,
but you can find
technically,
my
Barca
17 million.
don't
Right? Then I am the bad guy.
owe him the
No, then I am the
17
bad guy
million.
for not taking
No,
the
no
pay cut.
upfront, So what happens is that during the pandemic, he take something called different wages. So rather than pay me this amount of money now, I'm sorry, X amount, you're gonna pay me a reduced salary now and pay me over a period of time, pay me back that salary that you owe me those months. So what he's saying that over those period when I take a salary cut or a different wage, you owe me cumulatively $17. If I'm leaving, right? So technically, you owe him right now up front. I think up front right now. But if
No,
he's
I'm
leaving,
saying
he said, if
fine.
I'm
And I'm
leaving,
saying fine. You
I
owe me
want that salary
$17 million.
that was due to me from that period, which I agree to defer to the future.
No, I think the problem started when
But
the
still,
clause in Young's
but
contract
Barca owe him right now
was
still. No owe him up
activated.
front the 17 right now. They can pay him a period of time. So technically,
I
Dion
think that's
can be
where the
sued
problem
Barca right
started
now. But
because
he said, if I'm going to leave, I need that money, that my deferred salary, which Barcelona are going to give him. No, so Barca is saying once you leave, that's the end of all arrangement.
so would
Sorry.
you leave your
He said, no,
salary?
no, no. So I'm not leaving.
Would you leave your salary?
No. Because once he stays, then technically it's due to him once he stays. So that's the problem they
But
have. So so they're trying to say, okay, but
I
I
wouldn't leave
mean,
either.
but if they fail to pay him, so if he stick around and they don't pay him the same thing, then he can probably sue them. He can sue them for it. But
No, but I'm saying at
well,
some point it has to come under player
technically
abuse.
no,
Like
I agree to different
you're
wages.
you're abusing the player at
Um,
some point.
I agree to it.
You are abusing the player at some
So you agree, say, hey, don't. So I'm getting 100,000 right now. If I'm mistake, and I say, okay, give me 50, and then 2 years later, give my period of time, that give me 25, 125, add back each and pushing and miss out. Then with an arrangement, I'm not for. They're not. Boss not going against their agreement. No, because they're technically not due to him as yet. So I mean, but when it become abuse now, or when it become is when Barca refuse.
No, but why are other players going
That's a
there
good question.
if
That's a funny
they
question.
see what
I mean,
Barcelona is doing
but still have a cloud of playing with
to
Barca. Still have a
this
cloud
player?
of playing with Barca. They still come with a prestige. For example, Rafinha.
And then, so let me ask you a question. How will Barcelona
I don't think they'll do
actually
it. I don't think.
pull off
Not because I'm a City fan, but
Bernardo
at
Silva's
this
deal?
point in time, they have sell another asset again. I think for them to buy him again, to buy him, sell something again. They have been selling. They have been selling their future. They pretty much marking their future. You know, Barca pretty much selling their future earnings, you know, for temporary success. To me, I don't see it possible. I don't see it possible.
Yeah, because I'm saying,
They're banking now that, for example, a weekend gone,
how will they make money?
tickets were sold out early. They're banking now, and the fans who own the club now to buy merchandise, and that the team will be successful now. For me, they have probably wait a year or two. Yes.
Yeah, I think they put a lot of trust in Javi.
Pep
As a manager without a lot of
Pep
credentials,
success. A young
I think
manager
they
came
put a
in
lot of
as a young
trust
manager.
in Javi.
And from Pep,
And
so advertised dinner stuff. Yeah.
no, I think it's the brand of football that they want, though.
You want
It's
to
the
teach
brand
us.
of
He
football
come
that they
from
want.
but
And
he come from
Javi
school.
is one of the features. And he got his team in Saudi Arabia to play that football.
Well,
No, you have to remember. No, what
was
I'm
he
saying
not?
is,
Was he not put by people?
it's
Was he
not
put
just
by people?
food, though. Remember, it's La
Hold
Masia. So it's how
on.
they play.
Hold on. We can comfortably say
Yeah, but Pep
that
didn't make Javi
Barca
Hernandez learn how
was
to
the
pass the
prettiest
ball.
Barca look in a long since. Barca has replicated pure since. Yeah? And they loved it. So, yes, fine.
And I am saying
And so
Javi has
because he was part
replicated
of
that in Saudi
that
Arabia.
school, like Arteta, that part of the school, Arteta played with Pep, but he sat at his feet and learned the system. But so those things are, and he did well in his first 4 months in the job. I mean, Barca was revived immediately once he arrived. They went on a fascinating run coming as he arrived at the club. So they backed him. They liked the way he played. Mm. Yeah.
That's true, but I don't know.
But don't worry,
Let's
we're not
watch
going
how
to
this
get it
De
up
Jong
here.
thing,
Don't worry.
we'll all
We're
stay
not
tuned
going
to
to get it.
Fabrizio
Calm
Romano
yourself down.
and watch how
And
this
the
De
truth
Jong
is,
thing
Pep
unfolds.
start benching where he still know. So Pep start benching.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
He came
Did
on.
he play? Did he play this weekend? I'm saying he didn't play this weekend or the other weekend. So I'm wondering if it's mine. Yeah, no. Coming on is different, but mentally,
No,
I'm wondering if the coach,
no.
because he wants
He
to go
never
to
said that.
Barcelona.
He said,
He
no, he
already
never
told Pep that he wants to go. It's not that. It's not like yes. It's not like Barcelona. So you listen to everything that Fabrizio Romano says, but you don't listen to that.
But yeah,
You listen to
he
everything that Fabrizio Romano
played.
says, but you don't listen
Gundogan
to that
starts.
because it affects you.
Gundogan now is
Right?
starter. So, but I don't see it happening though. I don't see.
Yeah.
So what about
I don't know if
what about
Barcelona
Aubameyang
sell
going to just
10% of Messi right, then
you think
maybe
a good
they'll
signing?
find the money from somewhere we don't know. So,
But
Aubameyang is
it's
another
better.
volume shooter. It's just Java, bro. I don't know. I'm thinking about it right now. Aubameyang is another volume shooter. I don't know what we're gonna do. Like we need, who I would want to
Phoenix.
sign.
Oh, okay.
I can tell you exactly the player I want to sign right now. Felix. I would want to sign off. Very good on the counter. Very good holding up the ball.
Not for sale.
Can operate in the wide channels. Can operate in midfield. Right?
And his release
Very
contract
and much space and he's good at the press. So he fits.
his release
I
contract
know he's not
clause
for
is
sale, but I'm
not
saying he's
so
the player I would want to sign. That he's the one. No, I know, but I'm saying he's the one that I would want to say.
But
Wow, Felix
he's
is the player that I see that, this line that Chelsea, he's not clinical, but this line that Chelsea, him and Sterling could cause serious damage. Especially with the speed. Like, it would be like Stanley and Sterling all over again. They could cause serious damage. But we're not gonna get that player. I don't know about Aubameyang. I'll have to, if I see it go closer, then I'll just check my gut feeling and say, oh, well, because my gut always tell me that, Lukaku is going to be garbage
right.
and stuff like that. Like, I just check it, but let's see how it goes in the coming days. You know.
Yeah.
So, another episode again.
Five, man.
Thanks everybody for
Five.
tuning in.
Remember, five is three.
See you next
Five is
week
three. Five is three.
when
All right.
Arsenal lose their first game.
Good.
You believe?